the question we have to ask is simple but uncomfortable. Why now? What changed? Because let's be honest, the coups didn't happen yesterday. The AES didn't form last week, and insecurity in the Sahel is not new. So why does Washington suddenly feel the need to re-engage now? The answer comes down to 4 overlapping pressures. First, the most basic reason. Disengagement didn't work. The U.S. assumed that pulling back, cutting off cooperation, isolating the leaders, and leaning on sanctions would create pressure. Instead, it created a vacuum. And that vacuum didn't weaken the Sahelian states. It weakened U.S. influence. Washington lost visibility, leverage, and intelligence reach in one of the most strategically important, as well as volatile regions on the continent. At some point, realism kicks in. You can oppose a government politically and still recognize that ignoring an entire region is a strategic liability. Second, and this is critical, the AES changed the power dynamics. When Mali stood alone, it was easier to isolate. When Burkina Faso stood alone, same thing. When Niger stood alone, same thing. But together, that's a different story, you see. The AES coordinated responses. They issued joint statements. They implemented reciprocal policies like the travel bans. And suddenly, Washington wasn't dealing with a single capital. It was dealing with a bloc. That raises the cost of pressure and lowers the effectiveness of punishment. Blocs force recalculation, as we're seeing now. Third, geopolitical competition. The U.S. isn't operating in a vacuum either. Russia has expanded security cooperation. China continues to deepen economic and infrastructure ties. And the Sahel, well, it sits on critical transit corridors, strategic geography, and valuable mineral resources. From Washington's perspective, absence equals loss. And loss in Africa today doesn't stay local. It echoes globally.